Let's go. GameNChick Gaming.
Hello once again, my chickadees. GameNChick is back once again with another review. Well, sorta. Before we get started, I'd like to give a big thank you to the kind folks over at PlayStation for providing me with a 3-month premium access to PlayStation Plus. Thank you so much! So now with that having been said, let's check it out! The much talked about, the forever debated PlayStation Plus. Is it good? Is it bad? Well, that's subjective at the end of the day.
I'm not bad. I'm just drawn that way.
Yeah! I know most people's arguments are, is it better than Game Pass? Or Game Pass is better? To that, I have to honestly say, who cares?
I'm here to tell you right now, we don't care. Let me tell you, we don't care.
If there's one thing I'm tired of, it's the constant us versus them mentality. People white knighting over their favorite pieces of plastic or company that they have absolutely no stake in. It's like when someone has a favorite celebrity and you criticize that celebrity and their response is, well, they have more money than you'll ever have. True, very true, but flexing about someone else's money doesn't exactly make you look good, Chief.
What are you?
An idiot sandwich.
I know, it's a bit weird with me starting off on a rant, but the point I'm trying to make is both Game Pass and PlayStation Plus can coexist, and both can be good and bad in their own right, outside of being compared to each other. So today, I'm not going to be comparing the two. Nope. Instead, I'm going to run down exactly what each tier of PlayStation Plus entails, and my thoughts, reactions, and overall view of it after weeks of messing around with it and testing it. So let's kick things off by going through each tier, starting with Essential, your basic tier, and working our way down to Premium. So what exactly are the differences between Essential tier, Extra tier, and Premium tier? Quite a lot, actually. Mainly from Essential to Extra, that is. Essential tier is everything that you've already been paying for with the old PlayStation Plus service, with perks like monthly games, access to online, share play, cloud storage, discounts, PlayStation Plus collection, game help, etc. This tier will run you $10 monthly. The main appeal of this tier, in my opinion, is of course the monthly games, which, let's be honest, it's hit or miss most of the time, but also included is the PlayStation Plus collection, which includes high-quality titles like God of War 2018, Crash Insane Trilogy, Resident Evil 7, Monster Hunter World, Days Gone, Uncharted 4, and many other solid titles. Could it be better? Absolutely, but for the entry tier into the new PlayStation Plus, it's not too shabby, all things considered. The only thing that would make it better is the eventual NAC 3 added to the service, but that's probably never happening. But oh well, a girl can dream, right? Moving on over to the Extra tier is when stuff starts to pick up content-wise. You keep everything that I just named in the Essential tier, but add in the additional category of Game Catalog, which features hundreds of games that range from AAA, fun classics, and great indie titles. This tier, however, will run you $15. $5 more than the Essential tier, but you get hundreds of more games. Sounds like a steal, right? Well, kind of. It all depends on your taste as a gamer. Or if you want to use that extra $5 you'd be spending on PlayStation Plus and instead go buy a Little Caesars pizza. I mean, I wouldn't blame you. Now I want one. Back on topic though. To me, it seems that right off the bat, they knew what they were doing when organizing the games in this catalog. How do I know this? Well, besides being able to read minds and... wait. You probably need to pause this video and reflect. Don't act coy. I told you I could read minds. I don't know why you're thinking of peanut butter, toes, and feathers for, but I won't judge. Anyways, as I was saying, Sony knew what they were doing in this catalog, because right at the top of the list you have big hitters or strong AAA titles like Spider-Man 2019, alongside Miles Morales, Assassin's Creed Valhalla, Demon's Souls Remake, NBA 2K22, Ghost of Tsushima, Returnal, Red Dead Redemption 2, Death Stranding, and more. Looking at the screen here, you can see this catalog offers so much variety for subscribers, and it has everything from sports titles, RPGs, action RPGs, shooters, action titles, great indie games, etc. Every genre is accounted for, and to me, it's definitely worth the extra tier purchase by itself with the absurd amount of PlayStation 4 and PlayStation 5 titles offered. Lastly, we have the big boy tier, which will jump your monthly payment from $15 to $18. Like my Little Caesars comparison before, with that extra $3, you can buy like 4 copies of Fallout 76 and Cyberpunk 2077. complete with steelbooks. Crazy, right? With the premium tier, it offers you everything the essential tier and extra tier do, except this time adding in a classics catalog, which offers you hundreds of games from the classic PlayStation 4 and PlayStation 3 library, with titles like the Nathan Drake Collection, God of War 3 Remastered, Jak and Daxter, Batman Arkham Trilogy, Bioshock Trilogy, Dark Cloud, Darkstalkers, Devil May Cry 1-4, LEGO Series, Lost Planet, Mega Man 9 and 10, Duke Nukem Forever. Well, okay, no, scratch that. We're not going to count that one as a classic, unless it's a list for how classically bad it is. Jokes aside, those games listed are just scratching the surface of the games that are offered to you in a classics catalog alone. Then adding in the other 2 tiers editions of PlayStation Plus collection and game catalog on top of it, you'll have more games than you even know what to do with. It's absolutely insane. Sure, not every game is a winner on these tiers, like Mad Hazard, Disney Universe, Deadliest Warriors, etc. But overall, the amount of good games to play through, for me, far outweighs the bad, as you're seeing right now as I scroll down. Honestly, it can feel a little daunting, because there's such a massive library that sometimes you can't choose where to start. Watching me pick a game to play is as annoying as standing behind someone at a fast food joint and being asked, "So like, what can I get you and stuff?" And they're like, and making everyone behind them wait. It's like, bro, next time write it down or use a drive-thru. I have done this. I'm sorry. But that's not all that comes along with this stacked tier. Even more is added to your enjoyment too, with further additions like the premium tier also involving game trials and cloud streaming, both of which being relatively straightforward. Game trials are basically like a demo service that offers you around 2 to 5 hours of gameplay to play some of the biggest titles PlayStation and third parties have to offer you, with titles such as Horizon Forbidden West, Tiny Tina Wonderlands, WWE 2K22, Uncharted Legacy of Thieves Collection, etc. But it's not a complete winner if I'm being honest. The overall demo selection besides those titles I named is severely lacking. As you're looking at right now, the top half of the game list is hit after hit, really great stuff. But then once you get past that, well, yikes. Hey guys, do you want to play 2 hours of LEGO City Undercover that was released on Wii U nearly a decade ago and has since been released on other platforms for another 5 years at discounted prices? Don't get me wrong, I think the game is fun as all heck. But let's be honest here, is anyone really going to be contemplating on signing up for premium and thinking, man, you know, I'm not quite sure. I don't think I will. What's that? Holy crap, it's LEGO City, Farming Simulator, MotoGP. I'm sold!
What is that, bro?
No, they aren't. Let me reiterate this or rephrase. I'm not saying these games are bad, or even not worth your time. No shade at all. But are they really titles that you are dying to try out for 2 hours because you're having a hard time figuring out if you want to make a purchase of them? I'd say no personally, but it could just be me. I mean, heck, I own Chicken Range on Nintendo Switch, just saying. Now, I do have some more gripes about the game trial service overall, but we'll hold off on that for just a quick second as I want to cover the last service offered with premium, cloud streaming. Rounding off the premium tier, we of course have cloud streaming. In this category, you will have a list of titles from Game Catalog and Classics Catalog to pick from. This section basically has all or similar games as those 2 categories do, but with the option to choose whether to download them directly to your console or stream them. Yes, a lot of the games in Game Catalog and Classics can be downloaded with the PlayStation Plus service. However, there are some, mainly the older Classics and PlayStation 3 titles, that are strictly stream-only. This can be a bummer for people that may not have the greatest internet service, and sadly, it couldn't even render some of the games you're paying for via your premium service, pretty much obsolete due to not being able to play them. But for people with good to great internet, I'm happy to say that streaming games feels buttery smooth after experiences with titles I've tried out, like Umbrella Chronicles, Bionic Commando Rearmed, Darkstalkers, Devil May Cry 4, and Resident Evil 5. It actually shocked me. I expected a lot of stuttering or frame drops, but I experienced none of it, and that was a really awesome surprise overall. But it's not without its faults, which I'm going to be talking about here in just a second, but first... Come on, seriously? Now you've added jelly to the list of things you're thinking about? On top of everything else? I regret having my mind-reading powers now. My brain has taken a surprising amount of damage, more so than I can remember, which is astonishing considering I played Action 52 and Cheetah Men. Downsides. Much like anything else that exists in this world, they all have their downsides, and PlayStation Plus is no different. The overall service has tons of positives, no doubt, but there are certain things that bugged me or weren't quite up to snuff that I hope can be fixed later on in the coming future. One example of problems I have has to do with loading certain games via the streaming service. Usually titles like Bionic Commando Rearmed takes just 20 seconds or less, and you can hop right in. But with titles like Umbrella Chronicles or Devil May Cry 4 taking 30 to 40 seconds for the former and ran up to 3 minutes with the latter. I'm sorry, but to me that is pretty unacceptable. I get it can't be perfect, but 3 minutes to me is just too long. This isn't AOL where we're waiting for the little man to run across the screen as the sounds of hell itself bleed into our ears. You've got mail? More like use a snail. Alright, sorry. My second gripe with the service has to do with the game trials. While I think that it's a great idea, heck, I love me some demos. At one point, it felt the industry had completely given up on demos for their games, and the polar opposite of the previous era, where it was so prominent in the days of 360. Speaking of the demo era, do you guys remember back in the day of going to the store and seeing a GamePro or EGM magazine having a demo disc inside of it? Good times. But back to the topic. While yes, I think game trials are a good idea, I still think it's wrong to be lumped in as a paid incentive for the extra premium tier, and would much prefer it to be in the normal essentials tier since people are already paying to access the platform to begin with. Allowing trials in an entry tier, like Essential, would do a much better job at getting people to sign up for premium. Why is that? While dropping game trials into Essential tier would allow new members to get a 2-hour to 5-hour taste of the game that they can only experience in full all the way through, should they upgrade to premium or even extra. Or who knows, they could just go out and buy the game they were on the fence about in the first place, now that they can test it out without having to jump to the highest tier. Just makes more business sense to me in the long term. But then again, I'm not a billion-dollar company and usually end up counting pennies for food on Taco Tuesday. Overall, at the end of the day, with everything I have shown you about the new PlayStation Plus service, it's really up to you to decide on whether it appeals to you or not. On a personal level, based off of my likes, dislikes, game tastes, and internet speed, it's a solid deal overall, and definitely worth the money. Now, there could be some improvements with cloud streaming load times, more classics added to the library, moving game trials to Essential tier, and improvement of game selections for game trials in general, absolutely. But for the $15 to $18 you could pay monthly for in regards to the extra and premium tiers, I think it's worth checking out, even if you just wanted to give it a go for a month to see how you like it. But those are my thoughts on the PlayStation Plus service as it stands now. So thanks everybody for watching, don't be white knights, definitely stop thinking about toes, and I'll catch all you chickadees on the next one. Hey everyone, thanks for watching! I really hope you enjoyed that review, and I look forward to bringing more to you in the coming future. For new people, feel free to hit that subscribe button and give this video a like or share, and for people already subscribed, make sure to hit that notification bell so that you do not miss out on any future content upload. Also, feel free to click on my other reviews linked above, because they're kinda cool too. So, give them a look! Once again, thank you so much for watching, and I'll catch all you chickadees on the next one.